Hi y'all, welcome back to Crumbs and Butter. I'm Shannon.
I'm Ramon.
Please like and subscribe if you like what you're watching, and thank you to those of you who have been following us.
And continuing to watch this crazy bleep storm
Whatever we are.
that we're going to continue to talk about.
Yeah. So Remon has a story for me, and I have no idea what it is, so I'm anxiously awaiting to hear.
It's story time, y'all.
Story time.
So, in my neighborhood, in this neighborhood, in our neighborhood where we're at, where we film and record and all this, you know, it's a nice little quiet, tucked up neighborhood. Nobody really knows is up here. Very quiet. I have a neighbor. Great neighbor. Great neighbor. Seriously. But he likes to feed birds, squirrels,
How did I know this was
possums,
going here?
and every other thing that's under the sun. And every once in a while,
Backstory, it's much to our great disdain, because
oh God, you have rodents and
this person
birds.
literally lives right next door to us. So we have a lot of vermin
And birds.
and birds.
Birds. You know, I will say there's a very eclectic set of birds that are over
Yeah.
there. You know those little nasty brown birds, those birds, just, I don't know. I don't even know what you call them. What are they? They're
We
just
have
birds.
Sparrows and blackbirds, and then I like the cardinals. They show up.
Yeah, but you know what we see the majority of? Birds.
Yeah, blackbirds.
What are those birds?
Blackbirds.
What are those birds? Just little brown little shitty things. Sparrows? What are those?
Well, those little finches. There's little brown finches that come.
Is that what they are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, Anyway, it just looks like a little pesty bird. It's not special, you know. It's not like a peacock or I mean, every once in a while you see a blue jay and
Yeah.
a cardinal. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. They're noisy as fuck, but it's still cool.
They make a huge mess, which is more of our disdain.
Yeah, but these are these little brown birds, these little crappy birds, these little things, and they fly and they're all over the place like little rats with wings. I know that's a bat technically, but that's what they remind me of, little rats with wings. And it's not a bat. I know what a bat is. I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot. But that's what they're like. So they'll be in the garage, flying in the garage. You know, you can't leave a car outside with the windows open because they'll be in the car. I got squirrels.
Squirrels. Lots of squirrels.
And if you live up north, there's this thing called the 13-striped squirrel. They burrow in your ground, in your yard. And so I have to deal with this. This guy feeds these things. And when I say feeds these things,
We're talking like a 50-gallon barrel of birdseed and peanuts for the
these
squirrels.
animals be in there like a hungry person
Yeah.
at a buffet.
It's what I would imagine if Snow White lived next door. You know, when she calls all the animals. That's what we deal with next door. Like, it's just a nonstop animal
I honestly
fest.
say I've never seen that movie.
Well, so
I'm
it
never
doesn't
going
matter.
to see it either.
It doesn't matter. But
Anyway, back to the story. So, anywho, when I say he feeds all the animals, I mean like all the animals.
All
I
the
mean,
animals.
I've come outside. There's been deer outside, which is great. You know, unless you have a...
And I like the ducks. The ducks show up.
Unless, you know, you watch and you see, like, Tilly and the ducks. But Tilly is well, she's a hunter.
Yep.
Even though she might seem like she sombers around, she runs after stuff.
She's a high prey drive.
Yes. So, you know, the deer are cute and all until you have to restrain your dog so both you and the dog don't get antlered or hoofed by a deer, because I'm not going out that way.
You don't want to go out by hooves.
I'm not going out that way. That is on the bottom token
we could-
of the ways that this
We
guy
could
is
change
going
that
out.
song to Ramon got run over by
Yeah,
a reindeer.
yeah. It actually make it real, except for it wasn't a reindeer; it was just a deer. But yeah. So anyway, possums, everything, and there's always the cats.
Ugh, the cats.
Because if you're putting out something and you're feeding other animals that you're bringing in,
The cats come.
you always have the cats.
And I literally When I get up with Tilly in the morning,
There's nothing like seeing those eyes.
I literally have to check the front door before I take her out to make sure that there are no cats walking by, because I can't hold her back without Ramon's help. So I have to make sure there's no wild vermin and no cats walking through our driveway before I can let her out. Otherwise, she would just tear my arm off.
Yes.
Like, tear it off. Gone.
So, cats. Here's where we're going. With the best thing the weirdest, best thing that happened today.
Oh, no. Okay, here we go.
So I was working. I was minding my own business.
Yes.
You know.
For those of you that don't know, Remon does work from home.
Yes.
So,
you know, I was minding my own business. Decided I was gonna let Tilly out so she can do her business and mind her own business over in the corner.
okay.
And so, you know, we came outside. She had no qualms. She went right to where she needed to be at. Hey, I'm in my own yard. Hey, I'm chilling.
Okay.
I look over and I see the animal control. And I'm like, what is animal control doing here?
Well, that's interesting.
Now, I got to flash backwards.
We literally just talked about animal control the other day because of all the cats that have been around here lately.
And now I got to rewind backwards because he kind of got upset one day at one of these cats that's out here because, again, if you feed possums and everything else that runs around through the neighborhood, you're naturally going to get cats. And sometimes those cats aren't going to be savory where they just want to eat the cat food. Sometimes, with all these birds, oh, they want to get the birds.
Yeah, and
Hey, and let me tell you, this cat
ate the bird.
wanted to get the birds. So one day I was outside, so I had to backtrack and then I'll come back forward.
Backstory.
So one day I was outside and he was so upset with this cat, he said, "Go ahead, get away, cat! America!"
He Americaned it.
He Americaned it.
Okay.
And from there, right, I said, what's going on? And he said, the cat, I put food out for the cat, but the cat wants to eat my birds. Key word that he said in that whole sentence was, my.
My birds.
Just my.
My birds. They're wild, folks. They're wild birds. We're not talking about an aviary here. We're literally wild birds that hang out in our trees.
You put cat food out for the cat to eat, and the cat's coming over, it's eating the cat food, and hey, I got a wild prey drive because I'm a wild feral cat. What do you think I do in the wild?
Yeah.
I hunt things.
And so now we're upset because the cat that we're feeding is eating the birds that we're feeding.
Yes, the lazy birds that don't want to go and get food like a normal bird would. See, I guess this kind of correlates into how people feel about people sometimes. But what I'm saying is, the lazy birds come over, they fly over, they eat all the food, they eat everything, they leave their little shitty mess and all that stuff, and then they fly off. And so this cat's coming over here, and this cat is like, well, hey, I'm going to thin the herd. So he was thinning the herd, and dude didn't like it. So animal control was out here, and they put traps out to catch the cat.
And so it's kind
Not
of,
all the cats.
It's kind of funny because we just
Hold
talked
on.
about this because for the last probably 2.5, 3 weeks, we've been seeing a large amount of cats over here.
He didn't want to catch all the cats. He only wanted to catch the one cat.
The one cat that ate the bird.
The one cat. It's like a Siamese something mix, but it's
Oh,
preggers.
the pretty cat.
Yeah, and it's preggers.
The one pretty cat, and we think it's pregnant. So.
Oh, his belly was dragging on the ground. Unless it ate a shit ton of birds, it was preggers.
I mean, it's got a full feasting board over there, so.
And there's like 7 of these cats that run around, so one of them has to be a male, and you gotta think one of them has to be a female, and honking like rabbits. Oh, and there's rabbits around here because the rabbits get fed too. Anywho. So yeah.
Animal control.
So animal control came out, and obviously they caught the cat. They got it trapped in the thing. Kudos to the dumb cat that all your life you just run around like an alley cat, and you found some free food, and you decided you wanted to eat the birds, and you didn't think this man was going to be like, well, I ain't dealing with that, and get you trapped.
I'm going to feed you, but then you ate my bird, so America!
The best part about the story is that after he's already trapped the cat and sent the cat to jail, sent the cat to cat jail, because this cat is going to jail. It's going to the Humane Society.
He's a cat burglar?
It's going to sit in there, yes, just like a cat burglar. It's gonna sit in that little cage, and that little cage trying to get accumulated to life and real world, and maybe get checked out, and maybe not get any help. Maybe they just euthanize it. Who knows?
Depends on how feral it is.
But he had the nerve to ask if a guy was to call now, can we find out if the cat's been adopted? Why didn't you just adopt a goddamn cat yourself?
Oh, you are kidding.
I would not tell the story if I was not kidding. Or if I was kidding.
So you sent the cat...
I would not tell the story if I was not kidding. I am not kidding.
So you sent the cat burglar to cat jail. Pregnant, we assume. Because he was feeding the cat, and the cat ate the wild birds. And then wants to know if the cat is adopted or adoptable.
Mm-hmm. You could have just kept feeding the cat and let the cat live that free life.
Wow. I mean...
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Well...
I guess my biggest moral of the story is...
I mean, was he hoping for like an inmate to roommate
situation? See, that's where I got lost.
Send it to jail and I'm going to adopt it back.
So the moral of the story is, don't feed the cats if you don't want to take on the cat.
Yeah.
And if the cat starts killing your birds, just know inherently that's what the cat's going to do. If you had birds in your house and you had a cat in your house and the birds got out, I would assume that the cat is going to kill the bird.
They're not your birds.
And
they're wild.
And stop feeding the cats.
And stop feeding everything. It's annoying.
Don't stop feeding everything.
Don't feed the ducks. I like feeding the ducks.
Yeah. Tilly likes the ducks too.
But nice little side story since we're going on this. When we first started dating, I thought his yard was full of leaves.
Oh no.
Come to find out, it was full of peanut shells from all the squirrels that he was feeding.
Oh, not me.
I'm not him.
She pointed at me.
Sorry, I'm pointing around him.
Yeah, no.
No. Said neighbor.
Definitely not me.
I have never seen so many peanut shells in all my life, to where it covered the yard to the point of like I just assumed it was like falling leaves.
It was lovely.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. I've never seen anything like it.
Nobody will ever see anything like it again either.
Yeah.
But when it happens, I am going to put it on this channel. And then we're going to tag this video and we're going to go back to it and she's going to mention it and I'm going to say, hey, this is what it looks like. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you guys can hear this, but there are some irresponsible dog owners that just let their dogs sit out here and bark all night long.
So if you can hear that, we apologize.
It is like 40 degrees outside. Mm-hmm. We're actually in a heated garage, sort of. I know. Somebody's going to say, that can't be heated, you ain't got no insulation in there. Yeah, I know.
We know.
But it's heated enough.
Trust us, we know.
So it's okay. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah. But
well,
if that dog is barking in this video, that's why.
We're sorry.
I'm not.
It's not our dog.
It's not our dog. She's over here.
She's over here. Tilly!
There she is.
Hey, Tills.
She's paying absolutely no attention to us. We don't matter.
Hi. Actually, she's looking at us like, why haven't you fed me dinner yet?
Well, she has food in her dish.
That's why she's looking at us.
What she's probably mad about is we're outside and she's outside and she can't go inside and eat her food because we're outside and she's not going inside unless we go inside.
Exactly.
So
I tried to take her in and she won't go.
This is where we will say au revoir, adios, deuces.
Have a good night, y'all.
Sayonara.
Please like and subscribe.
Remember, like and subscribe. That button is over here. I figured out exactly where it's at.
There you go.
And you can click that button and you can subscribe to this
And just
channel.
remember, as always, for you, it's free 99.
It costs you absolutely nothing other than the finger power to poke.
That's right.
That's it. You have nothing else to do. Just poke and say, hee hee. I subscribe to Crumbs and Butter.
Absolutely. Till next time, have a good night.
Deuces.